Okay. I'll just do the mains OEM journals are 54 to 54.013, 10th hours 0.25 undersized. So, and the clearance between the bearings and the journal should be 0.03 to 0.058. These journals are 53.755, and so my gap clearances, measuring using the dial indicator through when I've fitted the bearings to the block, and now I'm in the process of putting the bearings to the caps. That's number 5. I'll put that in place, torque it down, and then measure the clearance and record the clearance that it's number 5. That's the rear of the engine. So, and I'll record the clearance, and what it's supposed to be is 0.03 to 0.058. So it really doesn't matter so much what the actual physical journal size is at the moment. The main thing is, what is the clearance? I don't want it too tight, and I certainly don't want it too. I don't want it too tight, and I don't want it too loose. Otherwise, we lose oil pressure. But you do need clearance, because the crankshaft runs on that film of oil that you need to have through those bearings. Otherwise, it's all bad news. Okay. Hope you don't mind the music in the background. It's Dance Radio Romania. I like it. Yeah. Okay. Number 5. It's going to go in there. Bolts. And I'll torque these up. These bolts are going to be replaced, so these will have the caps on them, and then the girdle plate will go on, and then the longer bolts through. But for measuring purposes at the moment, every time I turn it, the camera shakes. But anyway, if this doesn't work, I'll leave it out. And I'll torque these up too. I'll have to go and check the torque settings on these. I'll just put, where's number 4? Oh, this one is number 3. So I'll do number 3. As you see, it's a slightly wider. Cap, because of the thrust washers either side of the bearing to locate the crankshaft. Just the tiniest little bit of, so it doesn't gall on the cap. Push on the bearing so it doesn't scrape on that inside face. Cool. And mark there. These are a nice tight. Okay, I've done the word that escaped me was assembly lube, goodness me. Anyway, that's what I'm using, pen right. I measured the journals, and number 1 and 2 were a bit tight. So I had 5 as 0.3, 0.35, 0.3 for 3. And then I had 0.02 for the shells on journals 1 and 2. So I changed them because that's a bit tight, because I need a minimum of 0.03. So now I've got 0.03, 0.04, 0.03, 0.035 and 0.03. So now I've put the assembly lube on the shells inside the block. I'll drop the camshaft, place the camshaft in location, put the thrust washers in location, bearing in mind that the grooves go on the camshaft side. So grooves out that way and grooves out that way on the thrust washers. Put the caps on and torque it up, and that will be the beginning of the bottom end. Then I have to measure I'll do the same job again. I'll measure the journals on the big ends, put the shells inside the rods, torque it up and measure the clearances of the rod bearings to the big ends. I've put the bearings in the connecting rods, set them up to torque, and took the measurements of I'd taken the measurement of the OD of the big end and the ID of the connecting rod bearing of each one. Did them up to 61 mils of torque. The clearance is supposed to be 0.02 to 0.058. And I ended up with number 1 being 0.03, number 2 being 0.03, and just for something different, number 3 was 0.03 and number 4 was 0.03. So right in the money. Which means, I think, I have to start putting my money where my mouth is and put pistons in. Yeah, there you go. How good's that? Thank you.